Would you mind terribly if I asked you to stop reacting that way every time I come home? Yes, I know, it's a dangerous forest, and I guess I should be grateful that you're glad I'm back. But still, you do realize how strong I am, right? You realize just how much power I hold? I know. It's your instinct to worry about me since I'm the one protecting you, and I'm basically the only reason you're still alive in this forest. But still. No, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it bothers me. At least, not in the way you're thinking, I don't think. Well, look. You know how strong I am. You know just how much power I have. You know that if the need really presents itself, I could easily kill someone. But among creatures like me, I'm not exactly the strong type. Really? That creature that attacked you the night you got separated from your family? You remember how I asked if you were sure that it was red that you saw, right? Well, that just so happened to have been one of my friends. And though he is my friend and we're on good terms, he has a tendency to tease me a bit. He never goes too far, of course. He respects my boundaries and my insecurities, but, he does sometimes attack me in a playful way just to prove that he's stronger. Well, I can't say that I've ever asked him to stop doing that, but it does bother me a bit that he feels the need to constantly prove that he's stronger than I am. So, when you worry like that over me, it does kind of feel like you're mocking me. It kind of feels like you don't think I can protect you or myself in this forest. And we both know that isn't true, so I'd appreciate it if you would just believe that that's true. Alright? No, you don't have to apologize. Look, you didn't know, and I didn't ask you to stop until just now. It's okay. You're still sorry? Well, if it's any consolation, you can make it up to me almost immediately. Does that sound good? Yes, that's actually why I hurried to talk to you so quickly after I left. I do have some news regarding your family. No, don't get that look. Do not give me that look. It is not nearly as bad as you think. It's still a bit bad. They do have some evident trauma, and they're probably going to spend the rest of their lives in misery and fear, but they're all still alive, and they're uninjured, and they have all of their limbs, so that's good. The bad part about it is, you know that friend I was just telling you about? Yes, the one who happened to attack you and your family that night. Well, he's smart. He's clever, and, he decided to go after your family because they stuck together. He let you live because it didn't seem worth it to get one person when all of the other family members were running in the same direction, except you. You really got lucky. The thing is, he was planning on, torturing them before he ate them. Yeah, he's a bit of a sadist. We try to stay away from him. Oh, sorry, when I say we, I mean me and the rest of my kind. And even though I am his friend, and we get along fairly well, I sometimes wonder if the reason why he attacks me is partially to prove that he's stronger than I am, and partially because he likes seeing other people in pain because, as I mentioned, he's a bit of a sadist. And, he didn't torture them, if that's your next question. He didn't get to do anything to them because I arrived so quickly after he found them. The thing is, because he wasn't able to do anything to them, he did agree to let all of them go, but, he requested that I make it up to him in some way. Yeah, and when he asked why I wanted him to let them go, I couldn't exactly say that I wanted them for myself because, well, since I am somewhat smaller than most of the rest of my kind, it wouldn't really make sense for me to go after such a large catch. So, he found out about you, and the fact that you and I have an arrangement. No, he isn't going to torture you. At least, not the way you're thinking. No, don't give me that worried look. It's not as bad as you think. At least, I don't think it is. All he wants is to be able to use you for warmth as well, which I figured was fine since he isn't going to hurt you, and it's what I'm already using you for. Is that alright? Alright, the other part was he did want to torture you in some way, so he tried asking me what would probably get the best reaction out of you, and, I said teasing would. Mockery, teasing, I don't really know if that's true, but, if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, I am so sorry. It was all I could think of to keep him from physically hurting you, because even though he wouldn't injure or harm you to the point where you'd almost die, he might do it to the point where you would want to die, and that typically ends up being worse than death. Yeah, if it gets to the point where someone wants death, death is probably the best option for them, and it's the best thing that could ever happen to them. So he might try to tease or mock you, and, he asked why I spared you so easily. He asked why I didn't just build myself a fire instead of keeping you around. And, I couldn't really answer that, because, honestly, I didn't want to admit to him that I live in an extremely small, damp cave, and I would probably die of carbon monoxide poisoning from a fire, if one could even stay lit in here. So, he took my silence as embarrassment for a completely different reason. Yeah, there is a reason why my skin is turning bright red, and that is, he thinks that let me just state that he is completely wrong in his assumption, and I honestly don't understand how he somehow deduced from my mannerisms that his conclusion was accurate. He thinks that I like you. No, I don't mean to say that I don't like you, as in I don't tolerate you. He thinks I like you. I think that's how humans put it. Is it? Yeah, he thinks that I'm in love with you, I suppose. Or he thinks that I just have a little crush on you, or he thinks that I just think you're attractive, and, No, I don't mean to say that you're not attractive, it's just, I personally am not attracted to you, not because there's anything wrong with you, it's just, humans eat meat, right? Would you look at a chicken and say it's attractive? I didn't think so. No, I don't mean to say that all I see you as is food. It's just, well, I guess there really is no good comparison for it. But, if you were going to eat something, you planned on eating it and you were just about to prepare it, but then you decided not to. You decided to let it live and just keep it. Would you be attracted to it? No, that still doesn't work. After all, then it would be kept as a pet since its intelligence level is lower than yours, and our intelligence level, well, based on our first impressions of each other, I wouldn't say it's exactly equal, but it definitely comes close. Okay, fine. We're equal in intelligence, but still, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, it would be kind of weird for me to be attracted to someone I was so ready to swallow whole. Yeah, but he might try to tease you by saying, oh, looks like someone has an admirer, or someone has their eye on you, something along those lines. I don't know, maybe he'll just use it to torture me while simultaneously torturing you. I have no idea, but that's the price we need to pay for your family's freedom. Think it's worth it? Alright, I figured you'd think it was worth it, but I was a bit worried. So I'm sure you can imagine my relief when you said that you still felt sorry about how you were reacting to me coming home since, well, this is a pretty big ask, even for your family's freedom, and, considering how long my kind tends to live, this is definitely going to be a regular occurrence until either you die or karma gets bored of you, which, that might take a while, especially if you develop new reactions to different things, or he finds other methods to make you flustered and annoyed, or anything along those lines. Why do I still seem so nervous? I don't know. I guess it's just nerves still left over from, one, revealing a very personal insecurity of mine to someone I barely even know, and two, probably from telling you all of this. Really, my skin's still bright red? I guess maybe that's just a leftover effect from my nerves? Okay, honestly, when he implied that I liked you, I started thinking about it. I couldn't help it. I don't know if it's a normal instinct, but have you ever had someone think that someone else liked you, so then you kind of imagined what it would be like if they did, and if you liked them back? Well, that's kind of what I started thinking. And, the thing is, when I was imagining those things, I thought of holding you in my arms at night, wrapping my tail around you to make you feel safe, kissing you occasionally, if you'd let me, of course, and just telling you that I loved you. The thing that's so scary about that is, when I was thinking those things, I liked it.